UPF, the hidden killer. What if I was to tell you that some of the food you're eating is full of chemicals, and at some point you've eaten UPF without even knowing? You're probably thinking, well, what exactly is UPF? It stands for ultra-processed food. It's food that's had artificial colours, sweetenings, preservatives, and flavourings added to it to make it more appealing to eat. To be clear, it's not all food processing I'm talking about here, such as freezing, canning, or pasteurising. I mean food that has artificial sweeteners and chemicals added to it, so it's more appealing. UPF is everywhere, from your Pringles to your fish fingers. Yes, fish fingers are UPF. You can identify and avoid UPF by looking on the back of the packaging, and if the ingredients wouldn't be in your average kitchen, don't buy it. So what does this matter to you? You haven't heard anything bad about UPF so far. Why would you care? Let me tell you, UPF is much worse than it sounds. It causes many illnesses such as obesity, heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, frailty, and depression. The scariest consequence being death. Yes, your ready meals could kill you. Scientists believe, due to its highly addictive nature, UPF is worse for your health than alcohol, tobacco, and drug use combined. It's shocking to think that what some people eat every day is worse for your health than drugs. After listening to a podcast about the dangers of UPF, my family and I did an experiment in which we ate home-cooked meals for a month and reduced UPF from our diet. It was only until we stopped the experiment and reintroduced UPF that we realised how unpleasant it was, not only to eat, but the after effects it had on our health. So ever since, we've tried to remove it from our diet. Scientific experiments have been done to see the effects of physiology and behaviour a UPF diet can have. One experiment showed us that after a 2-week period of eating an 80% UPF diet, as opposed to an 80% whole foods diet, those on the UPF diet gained significantly more weight and body fat than those not. If this is what it can do over a 2-week period, what's it doing to us over a prolonged period of time? But why do food companies invest in UPF? Bottom line, it makes them a lot of profit. In addition to these chemical processes, food companies invest millions engineering the perfect packaging to make these addictive foods even more appealing. From the perfect crinkle in a crisp packet to enhance the crispy freshness of its contents, to the perfectly timed fizz in a drinks can when you open it. Their processes are designed to fool and manipulate our senses into wanting more and more of their products. So I'll leave you with this. Now that you know UPF is bad for you, what are you going to do? Maybe conduct your own experiment or have your own 80% UPF-free diet. I challenge you to stand out from the crowd and be proud that you won't eat UPF. Thank you.
Well done, well done. Thanks for that. Let's go to our judges. Any questions? Rachel?
That was really interesting. Thank you for that. I wondered, you said you'd done the experiment with your family. Is that where you got the idea for the topic from, or did you have it before?
No, I was in the car, and I'd like to say I wasn't, but I was kind of eating crisps. And I was sitting, and my mum put on a podcast, and I was like, oh. I was listening to it. It was like 7 episodes. I was eating. I was like, oh. Come on. And then I was sitting in the back of my classroom and they were, what would you like to do for your FameLab topic? And I was like, right, I've done that, that's what I'm going to do.
Great, thank you.
Adam, your question.
So I think a lot of people probably realise that what they're eating is not necessarily good for them, but they do it anyway. What sort of messaging do you think how do you think we can get the point across to people?
Well, as I said, 80%, you can have, well, UPF, but you can have 20%, so like a balanced diet, but if you're eating the 80% UPF, it's not good for you. You can have it in proportion, but just like anything, like if you have too many sweets, you'll feel sick, but if you have too much of this, it's really bad for you. So just, you can eat it, don't be like put off it, just have it in proportion.
Moderation.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Thank you, Sam.